Hello, I'm Daryl Cummings, and I'd like to guide you through the confusing maze of the collegiate recruiting process.
Probably, if not the most stressful thing a family can do, is right around the college time, choosing colleges and going into it with no knowledge whatsoever of what to expect. Daryl coached me through a lot of aspects that if someone didn't let me know, I probably would have given up or quit.
My goal is to find the best match of student and school. I look at sports, abilities, academics, financial needs, college preferences, and life goals of the student, as well as coaches, sports programs, scholarships available, degree programs, and even campus facility of the colleges.
With his experience from coaching for a number of years and recruiting and dealing with the whole process, he's come up with a great idea to help kids find the right fit, because it's not just about finding a school where they could go and maybe get on the tennis team or whichever sport they're playing. It's about really finding the right fit academically, socially, as well as athletically. So he knows all the factors that are involved in the process, and he knows how to help kids make a good evaluation of what they're looking for. So it's a great service.
My experience includes being an NCAA collegiate coach for 20 years, recruiting players from across the country and around the world to play collegiate sports in the United States. Former players I've worked with have played at Wimbledon, in the Olympics, Davis Cup, Federation Cup, along with a Rhodes Scholar nominee.
Well, I think Daryl has a lot of experience in the college coaching field, especially since he was Old Dominion head coach for so many years. I think he has a good sense of the strength of programs, the universities that there are in Division I and all the way down to NIAI. I mean, he's played against all of those teams while he was the tennis director at Old Dominion, and I think he's got some very good knowledge of how the system works, and definitely for kids coming out of high school and going into college tennis, I think he's one of the most knowledgeable coaches out there today.
Over the years, I've worked with coaches and colleges all over the country. My network includes NCAA Division I, II, and III, along with NAIA colleges.
Daryl's email list of coaches is in the thousands. I mean, he was one of the first persons I've ever known that was internet savvy. We're talking back in the 90s when people couldn't even turn on a computer. Daryl was already creating websites and emails, and now all these skills that he's been developing for the last decade and a half, he's able to implement with his ability to place the right tennis player with the right tennis program.
His mind is a steel trap, so he remembers every name, and he makes sure to generate a great relationship with all the coaches that he's ever met. And he's the only guy I know that I can name a college, and he can not only tell me the coach's name, but he can show me on his phone where he's programmed in his phone.
I personally work with each student as well as their parents to determine their needs and find a list of schools that would meet those needs. Do they want to be a team member at an NCAA Division I school or a top player at an NCAA Division III school? Do they plan to follow sports as a career or sports a means to a scholarship? Sometimes a school they didn't even consider might turn out to be the perfect fit.
Brittany, my daughter, had stated, "Hey, Dad, I'm completely not interested in George Mason." And Daryl had said, "Hey, give it a try because you never know until you go." And within 15 minutes of being on the campus, she looked at me and said, this is it. I've met the coach, I see the campus, and this is it. And 3 hours earlier than that, it was, why are we here? We're wasting our day.
He gets to know the family, and he gets to know the player, and then he's had the experience of playing against all these other coaches, and he knows what kind of programs that they have. So he could very well fit the players' needs to the program's needs. And not many people in the United States have had that experience.
I contact the schools and coaches, arrange visits, and equally as important, I mentor the recruits on how to conduct themselves and how to answer questions during interviews.
Lots of conversations with my family. I know he and my father, had some long talks about, where I might be looking, and just ways to maximize the process and get the most out of the process. Make sure that I do take the official visits, that I get there, I get on the phone, talk to the college coaches. Also, little tips: when you go to the school, talking with the players, and getting as much information. I think making it an educated decision.
I can take the confusion out of the recruitment process and work with the recruit to find the best school, best athletic program, best financial and academic situation for them. I know the process, the schools, the coaches, the rules, and the requirements. Call or text or email Daryl at CummingsAthletics.com to discuss the recruitment process.